Hi guys, Victoria Rader with You to Shine. So happy to be with you again, continuing our Universal Law series. And today we're going to talk about the law that changed my life, palpably. It has given me a perspective on how to truly be happy. What is that law? Not the law of happiness. Turns out happiness is a choice and a virtue. The law of relativity. The law of relativity simply states that everything is relative. Yes, Einstein really loved that law. All of his great teachings are based on the law of relativity. What is the law of relativity? The law of relativity is that everything is relative and everything relates to everything else. Why is it important? Because as we change the way we relate to everything else, we use the law of relativity to change our life from that of trial to that of joy. Now, the trials will still be there, but they'll become relatively smaller. The joy is already in your life, but they will become relatively larger. The law of relativity is also referred to as the law of comparison. First of all, comparing yourself can drain you. If you compare your weakness to somebody else's strengths, you're using the law of relativity working against yourself. And you know that the law is working against you. Why? Because you feel tired. Remember the overall law, the law of oneness? Everything is energy. Every law we look at describes that aspect. So in the law of relativity, if I'm comparing my weakness to your strength, my energy will be drained. And I'm abusing the law. Now, what do? I compare my weakness to my potential. And I look up in hope. And I look up to God. And I say, this is where I am. And this is where I want to be. Show me how. That is what the law of relativity does for us. What else does it do for us? I'm holding a jar of lotion. So if I were to ask you, what size is it? Now, you could probably give me the specifics of this size, but you really can't know whether it's big or small because you need to compare it to something. So, if I have a little teeny tiny tub of Vaseline, all of a sudden, this jar is pretty big, isn't it? Comparing the two, the jar of lotion is actually pretty big compared to this one. But what if I'm still holding that and I grab a different jar of lotion? What's happening now? A little bit smaller. And going for the obvious, how about this guy? Much smaller. And what if we were to play the game and get these two? Do you see how much bigger this one appears and how much smaller this one appears? Because they relate to each other on such a different level. Anything in our life is relative to everything else in our life. How do we use it? For our activation work, I will want you to pick a problem, any problem you will want to change. And we're going to train your brain to see it as a relatively small problem. We'll teach it how to resolve it through God's grace and how to then solve it through increasing your abilities to find a solution. And then you will understand that anything in your life is relative. And all you have to change is what you're comparing it to, how you're looking at it. Whether you're looking through the prism of gratitude for the blessings that you have, or through the prism of lack through what you don't. Because what you do have and what you don't have are relative to each other through a different prism. So I hope this makes sense. But then again, All sense is relative. To some of you it made perfect sense. To some of you it made no sense. And to some of you it's just nonsense. And I'm good with that. Because if you listen to it and you understand it, it will change your life. So you guys are ready? Let's relate to each other in the most profound way to use the law of relativity. So now, let's go on to our activation part. I will want you to just kind of take the information in. Think of one thing you want to change, one problem in your life you want to see differently. Then you can come back to this activation for different problems. And you can reshift how you see them. And most importantly, how you see yourself. Because how you see yourself will change how you see everything else. Because if you start seeing yourself as an incredible, amazing creation of God that has come to this earth on purpose, with purpose, and for purpose, and that is loved without need of earning that love, let me tell you, problems will shrink. As the love of God grows through you, the problems will shrink. So let's do this. Breathing in through your nose, breathing out through the mouth, and rolling your shoulders a couple of times. Just let any stress from the day out of your system. Shake it off a little bit. Shake it off. And now breathing in again and closing your eyes. And now continuing to breathe deeply. Allowing the calm, peaceful energy calming your systems, calming your muscles. Visualizing beautiful, calming lilac energy from above, coming into every cell of your body, relaxing your head, your shoulders, relaxing your neck, relaxing your arms. The longer I speak, the more relaxed your body becomes. Allowing for this beautiful transformation. Allowing for you to take control over your life using the law of relativity. Feel this energy go through your whole body. And as it does, as you become more relaxed and you feel more calm and more peaceful, I want you to imagine yourself as if you are flying and rising above the room. Imagine looking down and seeing yourself comfortably sitting below, going up above through the universes, very high, into the beautiful, beautiful space of gorgeous iridescent light. Being one with that light, allowing the energy of light come to you and through you, connecting to this energy of light that is the unconditional love of God. It is commanded that you're reminded of your divine timing, divine path, and divine destiny. That those three are aligned through your genetic code, through every fiber of your being. If you would like those, please say yes. It is now commanded that any and all changes in your psyche, in your spirit, in your body take place now, that you know what it feels like to keep your eyes single to the glory of God, both within and without. You know what it feels like to focus on the light, reach for the light, grow in the light, allowing that light to wash away any and all obstacles, triggering the law of relativity. If you would like that, please say yes. It is commanded that you know what it feels like to stand empowered. In the man's language, you are taught to find your own power. In divine language, you are taught how to stand in divine power instead. So if you would like to now feel and stand in divine flow of love within your divine power, please say yes. Feel this beautiful energy surging through your body, growing from within into without, as you're connecting to your divine purpose. Through the connection to divine purpose, you understand the law of relativity with great discernment. Your challenges are relatively small. Your obstacles are relatively small, and you know how to release them. Your blessings are relatively huge, and you know how to receive them through gratitude, continually growing through them. If you would like that, please say yes. And now taking a big, deep breath in, breathe out and straighten your shoulders. Sit up straight. Feel this alignment. Feel the empowerment. Feel the power coming in and through you. And now breathing in again and opening your eyes. Do you know what I see? I see how incredible you are. Not relatively incredible, just incredible. So thank you. Thank you for the honor of letting me remind you that simple fact through the law of relativity. Be back for more.